Hello, lovelies. It is Heather from Creative Sage, and we are here for dun da da dum day 9. Yep, you heard it right. Day 9 of our Enchanted Sparks Oracle deck intuitive card pull. Try saying that 5 times fast. Um, Thank you so much for showing up once again and joining me today. It is a super dreary day here in Southwest Michigan, as far as a total lack of sunshine. So you can see I brought in my own sun today. Before we get started, I wanted to talk to you about this space where you will be essentially doing your card pulls and your journal work. I think it's super important that if it feels right for you, you remember that even a few inches in front of you, or just a little corner of a table, can become a sacred container and a very sacred space if you decide that it should be that way. You do not need to dedicate an entire room of a house to sacred practice. You don't need to have a certain color on the walls or rugs on the floors. You only need to approach this practice from a place of intention, open-heartedness, and an open mind. And if you decide to call all of your energy into this little 14 by 14 inch area on a table, then so be it. And if you feel called to, I always love to suggest to my clients, have a few things present that serve as symbolic reminders to you. So if you'd seen the last couple videos, I've talked about a few of the things that are here, but just in case you missed them, I always have a purple candle lit during my sacred practice, either on my own, for my own morning practice, or with clients in one-on-one magical mentoring time. It's purple because for me, the color purple or lavender is my connection to God energy. It's the color that when I see a beautiful lavender in meditation, I know that I'm where I need to be. I know that I am sort of moving out of my ego space and into a higher level of consciousness where I am more able and more clearly available to be present for the still small voice that is constantly trying to get my attention. So or purple candle for me. And then I always have a dish. Either I have something burning off in the distance, or I just have a dish with some herbs and things, flowers. I have a little golden acorn here. Sometimes I have things that will remind me of the 4 elements, air, earth, fire, and water. Different elements calling in and reminding me of different types of energy and different ways of being in the world. So do remember that it is okay and I encourage you to just maybe out in nature, pick up a few things that speak to you and place them in a little dish or somewhere off to the corner. You can even use old candy dishes, Altoid tins, whatever makes you happy. It is essentially an energetic container that you can spread out and put away at your leisure. Again, there's no right or wrong way to do this. There's no, you must have this in order to practice a certain way. It is all about what feels right for you. This is one of those areas of your life where you have complete authority over what suits you best. And if somebody has said, oh, I think you should do X, and you don't connect to that idea, then it's not meant for you. So over time, I hope that you will allow yourself the space and the room and the awareness to cultivate your own practice and what feels right for you. I also wanted to point out that one of the greatest tools we have in our little energetic toolbox is something as simple as a pen. I tell my clients all the time during magical mentoring sessions that homework includes not only finding a journal that feels right, but also a pen, something, or a pencil or a crayon or an acrylic art marker, whatever feels right for you. The idea behind this is this little tool right here. This is a magic wand. This gives you the ability to either write your prayers and your wishes and your intentions on paper, or you can write them into the ether. You can automatic write and sort of call your energy to the tip of the pen or pencil, and close your eyes and just see what shows up for you. It's a magic wand. It truly is a beautiful way for you to gather all your energy into this one little sacred point, and then you invite whatever needs to show up for you to wind up on the point of that pen or pencil. This is one of the reasons why, as we are doing our Enchanted Sparks card pull, I have a space for you in the Coming Soon journal for you to be writing the word down on a daily basis, so that this is another level of energetic connection to the word. As you're scribbling the word onto the piece of paper and allowing yourself to just be completely present for that, you're also allowing very free associative thoughts to sort of bubble up to surface and let them know what they have for you. So, a pen, a very important tool in the toolbox, as well as this little sacred altar space, if you will, the energetic container that you will be creating for yourself as we are working with the Enchanted Sparks. So that being said, let's not waste any more time. Let's get right into our intuitive card pull for the day. And as I've mentioned in the last couple of days, I spend a little bit of time with these cards prior to beginning to record so that I can connect to them. And I ask them the same question every single day. What would you have me know today? And then I love to imagine that the energy and the intention and the question moves from perhaps my heart down my arm into my fingertips, where all the energy of my request and my invitation eventually connects to these beautiful little cards. And then when I feel like I'm finished shuffling, I continue to move them around. I try to cover as much of the card real estate with my fingertips as possible, so as to really connect to these, sort of the way you would with a deck of tarot cards or any sort of oracle deck that you find yourself being called to. And then as I feel that I've done all that I can do and that we are completely connected, eventually I get a little hit. And I know that it's time for me to stop. And without giving it any thought, I simply reach in and turn the card over. Oh, this is a good one. To see what the Enchanted Sparks have for me today. Now, if you remember correctly, I created this deck, I should say co-created with Spirit, as a means to sort of send out an invitation to dialogue with the divine. What I'm looking for is the voice of my highest self to connect with me in this space and allow me to move ego out of the way and see what sort of wisdom, if I just give it over to full faith and really ask, like, what do you have for me today? What do you want me to know? And then I turn a card over, there's something very important there for me. So negotiate. This is a big one. Take a moment and sit with the idea and the energy and the strength, because this is a very strong word for us. And the thing that popped into my head immediately is, where have I negotiated my own joy away? Where have I perhaps compromised, made space for something that I didn't want to be there in order to not have to ask for something I truly wanted? Negotiating is a way for all parties to get what they're looking for, right? We seek the best deal, and oftentimes somebody has to back down in order, or it would seem so. Somebody has to take a step back or maybe compromise on something that they want in order to give away or receive what is supposed to be for them. If you are in a place where you are forcing yourself to negotiate, sacrifice something for your own happiness, make deals in order to have a little bit more joy in your life, this says to me, this is not the way this journey is supposed to be. We are not supposed to negotiate for what makes us happy. This means that we are not fully activating what we want truly for ourselves and what we believe that we are worthy of. So, negotiate. We don't need to negotiate for anything. We simply need to allow ourselves to say yes. This joy is for me. I am worthy of it. This happiness, this quiet, this calm, this particular job that I'm looking for, this relationship that no longer serves me. You don't need to make deals with yourself in order to allow yourself what makes you feel good and what feels authentic and in full alignment and joyful. You simply need to say yes and then believe that it is true. If it is meant for you, it will always find its way to you. So I would encourage you to spend a little bit of time this afternoon or this morning, perhaps doodling the word negotiate in your journal or on a napkin or on a piece of paper. There is no wrong or right way to scribble this. There's only the free flowing allowing of energy to come through. And sometimes when your ego is in the way and wanting to control everything, the best thing you can do is just put pen to paper and allow it to flow. And I think you'll be super surprised by what shows up for you. So negotiate. No negotiating your own joy. No negotiating your own happiness. Say yes, be present, and see how the word negotiate shows up for you and what this means for you and what is your highest self trying to tell you when you see the word negotiate show up. I appreciate so much that you keep showing up for me, and ultimately for yourself in this space where we get to spend a little time with the Enchanted Sparks. The rest of your day, I wish for you only the brightest of blessings and a little bit of sunshine, even if you have to light a candle and create it for yourself. Have a lovely evening, and I will look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Thank you again. Bright blessings, my loves.